The following is the block game.
Okay. Guys, look at this. This is magic.
Okay.
Okay. Now this is a different game. This is the block game. The block game is dominoes, like what everybody plays around.
Right.
You know, it's like.
But it's a collaboration,
Of course,
not every man for
domino,
himself.
It's a pair against the other pair, so it's a team game. So it's a team versus another team.
The mistake that my upbringing was, we thought it was like hearts, and so we played against each other.
No, you don't do that in dominoes. It's one team against the other team. So the teams across the table, and you don't ever talk across the table.
Right.
You're supposed to play the game, and the only communicational tool that you are going to use is going to be how you play the tile, meaning that you can do a firm move or a very relaxed move. You can do a fast move or a very slow approach to the table. It all depends on your intention. You don't even have to teach people how to do that, because you will do it out of your own emotions. It's like, this is faster. This is okay. Now in dominoes there are 7 doubles, which is double blank to double 6. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Meaning that the doubles have both the same denomination on both sides. You know that? You know double 5 is 2 5s?
Yes.
Now, what do you think are the possibilities of a double 5 playing as compared to a 5 blank?
I think the odds are less playing double 5.
How much less?
Oh, half, because
Half, 50%.
Because you can only
Play
with
5.
this one you
this
can get
one
the
can
0.
Play 100. This can play 50, because this can only play on a 5.
Right.
This can play on a 5 on a blank. But here's the problem, because there is that deficiency in this double 5 and in any of the doubles. It makes it a great point for strategy, because it's a block game. The mission of a game is to block some tiles from playing, so that you can play all of your tiles before anybody does, and so you win the hand.
So if one end is double 6 and one is, you've really cut down on the opportunities.
Exactly.
Whereas even if there's a 2,
no,
that's also breaking.
Yes, you will only have 2 heads to play always, head and a tail.
Right.
But the question here is since the double is so limited, or 50% limited, we normally open it with it. However, it does become a very strong suit to take off the game.
Because it won't change.
Because it is the efficiency when you have it at hand, because it is only 50% playable. However, it is a very strong arm when you play it, because also the enemy have a 50% of playing of covering it.
Right. So if you have something like this,
then you have 12 other tires that can play.
Right. If they haven't been played yet.
No. Of course, if this is an opening tile, then nothing has been played before. So you got another 6 1s and another 6 6s out there.
So if I put this out, I'm opening up another direction.
You still have another 14,
but
another
But the other part is, it's changing the situation. Whereas if I put a 6, you haven't changed the situation.
Now here's the thing: if you play a 6-1, let's explain it in math terms.
Yes.
If you play a 6-1, you have 12 other tiles that can cover here.
Right. Exactly.
You got other 6 6s and you have other 6 1s. While if you play double 6, you only have 6 more chances to play to cover that. So it is a very strong tile to open with, while to keep it at hand is a very defective one.
Especially at the last moment.
Yeah, can you understand that duality? Great to start the game, and while you have it in your hand, not first starting the game, it can be a dangerous one. Okay, let's suppose that we start.
They say it's metaphysical though.
Huh?
They say that duality is metaphysical.
Well, I think it is. Dominoes is a mystery too. Okay.
Okay, so is there some rule about who starts?
Okay. Let's suppose that we're going to decide that there are many rules that, and this can be changed, but let's suppose that we are going to allow the person with the greatest double to come out.
Great.
So we will play double 6.
Okay.
Now,
so the next person is always
no, it's counterclockwise.
Okay.
Okay, now let's suppose that we are going to communicate what is going to happen. These guys are sleeping. They're not domino guys.
That's okay.
It's
They
not a
can
problem.
watch
I'm just
the
using
video.
them like if we were dummies.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Yeah, it's a dummy audience.
That's tough love. That's dummy for Dominoes.
Dominoes for dummies.
That's it.
Okay, so let's see first of all, before we start, how is the communication process going to happen in Dominoes? Let's describe what happens in the mind of the players, at least for 1, 2, or 3 rounds, so that whoever is listening to this or read the transcription of what is being said here, understand how is the mental process it takes on when you're playing Dominoes, how you should think. Because many of the people playing Dominoes, they just play it like that because they say, well, I don't know what to think. What should I think? What's the strategy?
And how can I get any signals from the other person?
How can I get signal from the other person? How do I win the game? What are the strategies to win the game? How can I lose better? Which means how can I optimize the way I lose a hand? But basically, they lack a strategy, and part of the strategy starts when you're able to think of the game, when you can think the game through and say, this is my purpose, I have a plan. You take a look at the material that you have in your hands, the first 7 tiles that you draw, and you say, okay, this is what I can do with this. I normally say, and many of the great players I have spoken and played against in my life say, that the 7 tiles talk to you.
Ooh.
They tell you what the plan is. See,
So let's look at your plan.
okay, let's suppose that I have this, I say, okay, I can kill double 3, because I have 3 threes, there are 4 out there. If every time a 3 comes in, I cover it, and I cover it, and I cover it, double 3 will not play. So one of the things that my hand says is that I might be able to not let double 3 survive the hand, and if I can block double 3 out, whoever has got that double 3 is not going to be able to win unless the game is blocked. Okay. I also know that I have no blanks, so that's a deficiency. We call that the missed stone, which is a very, very important, because the missing suit will tell you what you lack and how you have to guide the strategy into not allowing that blank to develop unless it's your partner's strong suit,
Sure.
as it happens in the example here. Okay, well let's go back to communication. Okay, this person is supposed to play to start the game. He's got 3 different possibilities: a double 1, a double 6, and a double 3. And he's going to choose double 6 because Dominoes, it's all about strong suits. It's all about imposing your force, your strong game. Because if you got 4 6s,
He's got 6.
he's got 4 6s,
Okay.
meaning that there are only 3 6s out there. So making this a strong suit, you call a strong suit in Dominoes each time you have 4 or more tiles in the same suit.
So he's already communicating with his first
He
player.
will, he will. The first thing he's going to do is he is going to pause and play firmly a double 6. Now, what is the pause saying here? It says, I have more than one option to start the game, but I'm going to choose my strongest suit. So when he takes a minute to pause, not a minute, I mean, when he takes a second to pause and then play double 6, what this man is going to understand, but what he is going to understand, this team and the team are going to understand, he has more than one double option.
Because the double is all you can start with.
No, not only because it's the logical way to start,
Right.
because it's the best way to start. So meaning that if he thought for a minute, he paused for a minute and then played, it meant, okay, he's got other doubles. Now we all know the strategy has started. I'm going to avoid those doubles from coming out. Now, what doubles are those? I say, I know for sure it's not double 4.
Okay.
Because I got it.
Right.
Okay, and I know for sure it's not double 6 because it's just been played.
Okay.
So that left us with double blank, double 1, double 2, double 3, and double 5.
Right.
One of these, one or probably more of these doubles are in the hand of the opener. But the opener played a firm double 6. So I know something about his hand already. This is what we call the communication from the table. It's what is being said without being said yet. That he's got more 6s than anything else, and he's got a double or more than one double. So
That's the end of part 1. Now we're going to go to the second part of block.